welcome to another video here on the World of Coasters. Today, the three of us have ventured to Europa Park, the best theme park in the world. Voted since 2014 that's been voted for, so 6 years in a row. We're just going in the park. We came here yesterday for a few hours. Lewis has lent me his Hero 8 for 4K 60 FPS shottage. We're going to head over to Silver Star first. You excited for the day?
Wow.
We came here yesterday.
Was good, so
we came here yesterday, did some of the rides. There was so much to do, we didn't get it all done. We're here for rope drop. Park's open till 8 PM tonight, and I'm really pumped. I love this park. Me and Louise came here last December. It's not the first time I've vlogged from here, but it's the first vlog that we're making onto the channel because the last vlog I did, literally, I messed the microphone up, so it couldn't be heard. So I've got a whole vlog that won't go up. Anyway, we're waiting to go in, and we're going to enjoy the day. And we're in. For those of you who haven't been here before, you'll notice this park has some really amazing theming. There is a reason why it is the best theme park in the world. Got Voletarium off to the left. It's literally the first ride people go to. The best tactic for this park if you come here is to come into the park and head to the back. So yeah, go to Woden, go to Bluefire. We're going to Silver Star because we want to get on it before the queue gets too long, just in case Lewis can't get on it, so we don't have to wait too long. We can film POVs in this park as long as it's on a secure chest rig, so that's good. You'll be getting some POVs in 4K 60 frames a second, but not in this video because it'll be downgraded to whatever this camera is, 1080p. So yeah, we're going to walk over to France and go ride Silver Star. It's Euromouse over here, which is the mascot for the park. Crowd level should be quite busy. It is a weekend on the 2nd of November, so it's like the German half term. So it is going to be busy today. Yesterday the queues were about an hour long a piece. So
it was a national holiday, which we didn't know.
We're really good at that. So we went to Disneyland in June, and it was Bastille Day, which is like French Independence Day from like when they had their revolutions, I do believe. I'm not entirely sure. But basically, it was rammed. The car park nearly hit capacity, and Ratatouille got nearly a 200-minute queue.
I did get a cool hit.
So yeah, you did. So you can see it's always going to be a rush with park openings. Looks quite busy, but yeah, park's open till 8 PM tonight, so we should be able to get a lot done. There are so many rides we still haven't done in this park. Bearing in mind, last year when we came here, me and Louise came, we had 2 hours on the first day because of travel issues, and then we had a full day, which some of the rides weren't open because it was a winter season. We still got quite a lot done. We're hoping to get all the rides done. We've got a lot of dark rides to do and various coasters. So Lewis, what's the one you're most looking forward to do today?
If I can get on it.
I think you'll be crying if not.
I just want to give a little review. We went on Woden last night. Unbelievable.
I told him it was one of the best wooden roller coasters in the world.
I just couldn't believe, like, there's a photo of my face that I'm literally like,
we'll have to see if we can splice that in. We're coming into France now where the Eurosat Can-Can coaster is. I believe this was refurbished for last year. A brilliant indoor coaster which we haven't done yet. But Silver Star's just off to the right. We're going to get Lewis on it. We will. So we're just coming round the side of Eurosat now. And there is the B&M Hypercoaster Silver Star. We're going to get straight on it. There is no queue as of yet, so maybe it's not open. It doesn't look like they've opened it yet, Lewis.
There's loads of people coming over.
Oh, we've just had a look on the on Silver Star. It's currently broken down or not ready to operate yet. We're going to go over to Can-Can Coaster. Lewis can get 2 clicks on the restraint.
I want to say something.
Go on then.
It's one of the smallest restraints I have ever been on.
It's well known.
My hips
for
barely fit. So.
And bearing in mind, we've been on Shambhala and Mako.
Yeah.
It is renowned for having a very small fitting seat. Row 5 has a wider seat, and we're going to try Lewis on that later because that one's got a few more clicks on it. Anyway, we're going on the Eurosat Can-Can coaster. This is a Mack Rides indoor coaster. Was originally the Eurosat. Probably give it about half an hour queue. Gonna crack off the day with a good start. like I say, last year this coaster was, it's been here since the 80s, this coaster. It was one of the first coasters in the park, made by Mack Rides. Last year they re-tracked the entire thing, so they took all the track out, put new track in but left the original supports in, which has made it for a much better ride. Now basically they put more theming in since we last went on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was a bit bare in areas. I did like it last time, it's got onboard sound and everything, so we will see you when we get on the ride. We're outside, but we haven't been on the ride yet. There's one thing about this park that we've established when it's busy. They're really good at maximising their queue space. Lewis, wouldn't you back that up?
It's a fire exit, and they're like, oh,
We can make that a queue.
well, put another queue down there, and you can go up the other side of the fire exit.
I think it's an English person's wet dream because we love queuing and they use the space so well. Anyway, we're outside of the actual Eurosat building at the moment, and yeah, we're in the fire exit, queuing past the river that flows through the park. So we got the original bit of theme in here. This spaceman over here was from the original ride. He's just blended in with all the various French bits of theming. About a 35-40 minute wait, we have come off of Eurosat Can coaster. We got a front row. Yeah, that was by coincidence. You can't really request where you sit apart from on like the likes of Woden. I think Eurome you can. There's a few where you can choose where you sit, but generally you can't. We're heading towards Bluefire now, which is at the back of the park. But let's see what the guys thought of that. Lewis, what did you think of Eurosat? Smooth coaster.
It's one of the, for how old it's meant to be after they did retrack it, but
it's a brand new track.
I can see it being at the back, it could be quite whippy.
Yeah, it was quite slow at the front, but it's still a very good coaster. Louise, how do you rate that one? So, like I say, we're heading to the back of the park now towards Bluefire. Queues are going to be quite busy today, but this is such a big park, it does eat them up and they're always moving, which is a great thing. We're just coming round towards Poseidon, which is the water coaster. We did this one yesterday, but I'm up for doing this one again.
Poseidon was really good.
It was really good, and you don't get that wet on this one, which was surprising. We're now in the Greek area of the park, and this is where Traumatica is being held over here. They've got various signs around. So from 6 o'clock, they close this area of the park off and open it up till 11 o'clock for a horror event. It's ticketed only, and you cannot film in the event at all. Here is one of the mazes behind me, that's the exit, and the entrance is here. But it works out €34 a person. I am an annual pass holder, so it works out €24 for me. But like I say, we won't be doing that because A, it's Lewis's first time here and me and Louise haven't been here that much, and B, like I say, you can't film even out in the streets of this area. so there's little to no point us going because I don't even want to film it for a vlog. We're coming past Switzerland here, which is where the Gerstlauer Matterhorn Blitz is. This is a good one, isn't it? It's probably my favourite. And then to our right we have Poseidon here. Which, like I say, this is a beautiful water coaster. I think it was the original, the one that used to sell it. And the thing is, the splash looks really over the top on that one, but because the splash is going out, it's not really covering you. We went on it yesterday night. Me and Lewis bought ponchos, and to be honest, they weren't really necessary. Off in the background there we got the giant satellite, which is theming for Euromir, which is the Mack spinner coaster, 1996. We did that one yesterday and we all agreed one thing: we love Euromir. The soundtrack is amazing, the theme is amazing, but it was very rough. We went on a back seat ride and it was almost unbearably rough.
Oh my god, my head. I kind of wanted to buy the video just so like everyone could see my head.
It's not really aged very well. It was built in 96. It's quite rough. But we will probably do that again today. We did.
See, I was in the back seat facing forward though, and I thought it was alright.
And yeah, the cars do motorised spin, but you only spent a little while going backwards. I feel if you're facing backwards from the get-go, you get the last section backwards, and that's very rough. So as we walk past it, do you want to go on this? It's got a 1 minute queue, interactive dark ride.
This one that smells of poo.
Do you want to do it? While we're going past it?
Poo ride.
Okay, so Louise is saying this one smells of poo because last time we came on this ride, the whole ride smelt, and we realised why. It was because there's a toilet right next door, and I think they had some sewage problems.
Not as bad.
Seems like they fixed it this time. So Europa has a lot of dark rides, including Snorri Torrin, which is meant to open for the winter season, but they've got soft openings. We did ride it yesterday, but we will ride it again. Get a POV for you. It is an amazing track dark ride with a switch track element. We'll probably do that one next because it's on the way to Bluefire. So
We'll get to Bluefire sometime this evening.
it is a long way. It's like a kilometre the whole length of the park basically. So it's going to be basically walk on. We'll see you on the ride. We got a little turn.
I'm really happy it doesn't smell of poo.
It's a laser ride, so I've got my blaster and we shoot like this.
Oh, it's really noisy. It feels noisy.
Mine's not making a noise. You turn the sticks to turn the car. Oh no! Oh, it smells of air freshener. I can
Definitely improved it.
I can smell an air freshener. Louise's gun is making a pew pew noise, and mine doesn't make any noise.
Mine is so noisy.
So we've just come off of, I don't actually know what that one's called. I think it's called Atlanticus or something. And the sun has come out and it's blinding me. But that was, sad to say, better than most dark rides in the UK.
Any in the UK.
And like I say, we are heading towards Bluefire, but we're going to be going past Snorri Torrin, and if that's open for a soft opening, I feel that we need a 4K POV because I don't think there's any on YouTube left yet. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, Louise has poked me. She did beat me.
And that's not false.
Yeah, that is not false, but I will add, I was filming and not really shooting.
I got 50,000, you got 26, it's quite a jump there.
So it's got a monorail, which is the same one that you've got at Alpen Tales, the same manufacturing system, but this one is in much better quality, or condition rather. So anyway, we're walking towards the Norwegian area, not the Norwegian area, the Scandinavian area, which reopened earlier this year, I think actually just about a month or so ago. We got to go through Russia. We got to go through Russia, which is where Euromir is. We'll probably do that a bit later on. Russia is home to the Lindell Shop. But here is the beast that is Euromir, gathering probably about a 20-25 minute queue at the moment by the looks of it. They have amazing operations in this park. Not only does this park win on the fact that it's the best park in the world with some of the best roller coasters in the world, it has some of the fastest operations in the world. The word German efficiency is a word that I use too much in this park, but they do it so well and they can just get these queues moving. Like Euromir is spewing out the entrance right now, but it looks like they've just opened their extension queue, which will eat it up. And here's Euromir. Yeah, what is your impression on the park?
It's definitely not half done. It's not a Merlin park, put it that way.
We give Merlin a hard time, probably because Merlin is like the monopoly in England, but I just feel a lot of the time they just do stuff very hard in half.
Because it's the only option, they're like,
yeah.
Well,
we were talking.
People will pay and we can put no money into it.
Yeah, we were talking the other day about this Paramount Park that potentially could be coming to the southeast of London. If that gets built, which I hope it does, it will actually give them a bit of competition, because the thing is, Germany has the likes of Europa Park, France has Disneyland Paris, Spain has PortAventura. These are all high-end parks that like obviously put a lot of money into their theming and like rides. Merlin just have the monopoly. There are a few small parks in England, but Merlin have the overall share. Now with their recent rides like Swarm and Wicker Man, they're good rides. That's what Merlin can do, and I think they are starting to learn that people don't necessarily want the biggest, scariest ride, as long as it's like well done. Yeah, but like for example, the Monster Scare House in Legoland. I hate the fact the warehouse is bigger than the front facade. Amazing facade, but big warehouse. Anyway, we're now in Holland, in the Netherlands. For those of you who don't know, this park is themed to European continents. We have the Pirates in Batavia ride, which burnt down last year, and they've already nearly reconstructed it. They've reopened Scandinavia, which was neighbouring it, and 2020 they're going to be opening that, and I think it's going to be on par with Pirates of the Caribbean.
And I love
Pirates of the Caribbean. Anyway, Scandinavia is our next stop. Just going to cut through this arcade. Scandinavia is our next stop, where I think we're going to have a look at Snorri Touring if it's open for soft opening, so we can show you guys, because that ride isn't even officially open. And Snorri Touring is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So this is part of Scandinavia here. This has all been rebuilt. We need to go left and up there.
There's a picture there.
But this is part of Scandinavia. And we'll show you around the new area and hopefully get on Snorri Touring. Look, there's a new shop and everything. Here's the freshly refurbished Scandinavian area. Last year when me and Louise came here, this was boarded off and we had to divert past their chapel. But yeah, it looks very detailed. There are loads of food outlets and market stalls, but down here is the new Snorri Touring dark ride, which isn't a trackless, which everyone wanted, but they've done a very good job with it, as you'll see in a minute. So here we are. This is the sort of level of theming. We have got Adidas shop here. They do have a few branded shops around this park, which I think is quite nice, because you can get some like nice quality stuff here, and it's not too badly priced. Over here is Snorri Touring. Queue's not quite as long as yesterday, it's probably got about a 20-minute queue. The sign at the front basically says in German, this ride is soft opening, it doesn't open till the winter season, so but expect for stuff not to be working, which most of it is working. So Snorri Touring is queuing out of the building, so it's got probably around a 40-minute queue, so we're going to come back to it. But there is the rapids here, and I just got sprayed by the geyser in the middle there. So there's a rapids here, which we're going to go on next. I should be able to take you on with the GoPro on this one. It's got a 10-minute queue. So this lake here is where the ice rink is, and they basically drain this out in the winter so you can go ice skating on it, don't they? And we made fools of ourselves there. Anyway, here's the rapids. And you won't see that in England because they would be having a go. And as you can see here, these rapids aren't tame, and there's not really a big fence up along the side, but it's a really good rapids. It's been refurbished for this season. We'll see you when we're on the ride. Hopefully it won't be too long, and hopefully we won't get too wet. This ain't going to be Popeye bill trap barges, is it? When I step, I get bubbles coming out my shoes. That's how wet they are. Right, so we've just come off the Fjord River rafting ride, and we decided that people weren't coming off that wet, did we? It was like,
I felt like I was screaming a lot and no one in our boat was.
like literally, I'm soaked. I'll go into the light in a minute and you'll see it better. They've got a very similar system to Wallaby Holland's pulley bridge, but it's manned, this one. But yeah, the Fjord River rafting, that was very moistening. I am soaked. Thankfully, the sky is blue at the moment, and that's about it. Yeah, the sun's out. We copped a wave coming out of the tunnel, and no word of a lie, it covered me like a blanket on my lap, and it caught everyone's shoes. Anyway, we're heading around towards Bluefire now. Hopefully Bluefire will be able to dry us off. But Lewis, what did you think of that?
Yeah, it was quite good actually.
It was a well-themed ride, but
I felt like we couldn't take in any feeling because it was so...
I was screaming for Rumba Rapids in that. And
That never happened.
So the wave was just before this one. This is another one that we copped quite badly. But everyone else seems to be fine with it. Yeah. So we've got some beautiful theme in here. Bluefire over here as we enter Iceland. So we go from Scandinavia to Iceland. And this is like what I say. Oh, there we go. Wow, that pumps some water in the air. They drained this out and put their Christmas market and ice rink in here, which is pretty cool. Because when me and Louise came last time, we were both saying, oh, we went under that bridge, and you can see the ground is flat. You can't really see it on the camera though. So here is the original mega coaster. So like I was saying, this is the original Mack Rides mega coaster, opened in 2009 on a much larger scale. And fun fact, when they built the Time Traveller in Dollywood in America, they changed the back car on this one to the spinning prototype. There is a video of it on YouTube, and yeah, they tested the prototype for the spinning coaster because obviously Time Traveller has inversions in it. Portland Spark is going to have the same type of ride but with no inversions. It's going to be much more family orientated. Anyway, this has an hour queue, but Lewis has been looking at the queue times, and all the rides have, all the big coasters have about an hour queue. Sadly, it's just one of those things today. But the queue is constantly moving, which is a good thing, and I'm really looking forward to going on this. I managed to get on it once last year. Louise sat this one out last year, so I think she's excited to get on it. It's just like Icon.
I'm happy about that, but I'll get over it.
I must admit the hang time on the inversion does look quite crazy. So we've decided to go for a front row so we can get this beautiful 4K 60 frame a second POV, courtesy of those kids. You excited to see this one?
Yeah.
Good. So we'll see you when we get off the ride and give you a review on it. Like, I've been on this one before, but for Louise and for Lewis, they've not been on it before.
I was having hot chocolate last time.
Yeah, it was freezing cold last time, but this is a beast. I'd probably say Icon's better, but I need to re-ride on this to clarify.
Entschuldigung, jetzt haben wir ein Problem.
My legs!
just come off of Icon on, oh god, it's Blue Fire. We were just talking about Icon. We queued extra for a front row, got a POV for you. Looks amazing with the hyper smooth. Lewis, what did you think of the front row?
Yeah, it was really good. That first, obviously after you go in the launch, you go up over, and you like, as you sort of wait for the back of the train to catch you up, you just hang out that front
The thing,
for ages. It's such a slow, like, I don't know. It was good.
it is an incredible ride. The thing about Mack Megas that me and Louise have learned from Icon is they ride better at the front. They're smooth at the back, but they're just so much better at the front. What do you think of it?
I really like that.
Did you rate it better than Icon?
You know I did.
See, for me, I don't know. It's like Icon's brilliant, and so is that. It's just, I don't know.
Say something's on par.
But yeah, I'd definitely say they are on par. We're going past Woden now. Woden's got a 70-minute queue, so we're going to give that a miss for now. I think we're going to head over towards Spain, do the Alpen Express for long loop. Of course, Woden is an amazing GCI wooden roller coaster built in 2012.
I feel like we didn't take in all the theming because we were so tired last
Oh
night.
yeah. This is another one I can get a front row POV on, so we'll be doing that later for sure, failing that tomorrow. Over in the background here we've got, I think it's Atlanticus Super Splash. This is Mack Rides Super Splash, and it's coaster credit. As you can see here, it's rolling out and going onto the track element. A very simple layout with a little dip and then a bunny hill at the drop, but you get soaked on this one. But Lewis,
We're the poncho!
and it's a credit, and I would do everything for a credit. We'll have to get you one. Anyway, we actually haven't been in this part of the park yet. This is how big this park is. This park is ginormous. Like, Lewis, when we first said we were coming here, I said to you this was a large park.
Yeah.
Did you think it was this large?
No.
So we're at the back of the park
Considering that
now.
This is day 2. We've been here,
Wait, we got here at 1 o'clock.
day.
1 o'clock we got here yesterday.
and we still haven't even seen half the park.
Yeah, there are so many rides we haven't done still.
So many that I don't even know exist.
But I'm pretty sure you could stay here for 4 or 5 days and still be like, there's more to do. Of course, the tickets are quite expensive. I've got an annual pass, but they don't really give you any incentives. It's like €210 for the annual pass, and that gives you access. If you're going to go, thank you, Woden. If you're going to go a lot, it's worth it. But if, like us, you're only going to visit this park once a year, tickets are preferable, because I don't even get a discount for their tickets, nor do I get a store discount or anything like that. So we're now in the, oh, this is a dead end, but we've got a beautiful view of the Woden turnaround and Super Splashdown. So for those of you who are looking at coming to this park, getting here can be a bit of a pain. By far, the easiest way to do it is to fly to Stuttgart or Basel. Basel is in the French-Swiss border, and getting a hire car. We've come from Stuttgart and had a hire car. Lewis has hired a car because I didn't have the money, unfortunately. It's cheaper and quicker. It took us about an hour and a half to get her in the car, which was good. Like when we took the train here last Christmas, it took me and Louise 5 hours to get here. There are faster routes, but there was issues with the trains that day, and a lot of them were cancelled. So definitely, if you're going to come here, hiring a car is a must.
The actual hire wasn't expensive, especially if you're a little bit older.
Oh yeah.
I've got taxes because, you know, of this young face. But
Something smells good, and it's got a pretty lengthy queue for this one, but it does smell good. So we're back in Holland now, and in front of me is the Teacups, which has a Halloween theme, and to the left is where Pirates in Batavia is being reconstructed and will be opening next season. They've come a long way since we came last Christmas. So we've got the train going through, monorail, and up here is Food Loop, which is a similar experience to the roller coaster restaurant. So we've travelled back to what seems to be our favourite area of the park. Louis was just saying we've been here a lot. We're going to get some gyros. So we have stopped off for lunch, and we stopped off at this Greek place. We got a pitta each, pork gyro, sorry, in pitta. Chips, I got an alcoholic drink, and Louise got a Fanta. Came to 21 euros, which works out about 18 pounds. Not too bad, to be honest, and you can get full plates here, which look amazing. We're going to eat this and then we're going to regroup and go on to our next ride. We've just had lunch and what did you rate that food like, Lou?
It was okay, yeah. I definitely had better, but it was fine. And
for the price, it was good. It was about £9.5 each. I had an alcoholic drink. Louis just had a Fanta, so it's alright. Under a tenner, which you don't normally expect theme park food to be that great unless it's like KFC or something.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not amazing.
Going for that salad.
Anyway, we are waiting for a monorail. I believe Lewis should be coming in a minute. He went to the front of the park on the monorail a minute ago to go get a burger because he's not too keen on Greek food. And we're just going to rendezvous with him. He should be coming on the next monorail, and then I think we're going to go over to Voletarium, which has about a 45-50 minute queue to let our food go down. And I really do like Voletarium. I love flying theatres, and if I remember correctly, Voletarium is a really good one. It's definitely a well-themed attraction. So this is how they do their monorails here. There's no like gates or anything like that, no queue. It's literally like a train pulling into the station. They just let you use your common sense, and this should be the one that Lewis is on. He tells me he's in the front. This is the same type of monorail as we have at Alton Towers. This one looks a lot nicer.
And it's Halloween themed.
Is Lewis in the front doors? Otherwise this could be a very awkward shot. I'm already liking this better than the Alton Towers monorail for the fact that they haven't covered their windows up. This is what the Alton Towers one used to be like. So you get some lovely views of the park. Good old Poseidon. So that was a new experience. First time we've been on the Europa Park. I nearly called it Euromere. The Europa Park Express. We're going over towards Voletarium now. This is a flying theatre. Lewis has never experienced one of these. It's similar to soaring at Walt Disney World, other than the fact the system Walt Disney World use kind of like takes you out and up to 3 layers. These new ones, it's very similar to the one at Ferrari Land in Port Ventura, where it's three levels and then you push out towards the screen and then it like simulates. But they're good rides. So we'll see you in the queue of Voletarium.
Here we go.
Bit of the Berlin Wall.
He's asked me to film him.
Bit of history there, bit of the Berlin Wall.
And it even says it in German. But we all don't understand that, but it's that.
It's like a certificate saying, this is your official piece of the Berlin Wall.
So I'm just going to film some of the many pumpkins that Europa Park have all over the park. These are less impressive because they have more like statue ones. They've got like a pyramid one with all pumpkins, but I bet he hasn't included any of this in his vlog. So pumpkins. But here we go. Voletarium.
Hello, welcome to the Voletarium. Step inside.
Right, so we've just come off of Voletarium. It was about an hour, 5 minutes wait. We're in the big gift shop. When you come out of this ride, you go into the gift shop. Lewis has wandered off somewhere in the shop. But yeah, I think he was a bit tripped out by that one. He didn't know what to expect. I'd probably say Soaring is the best flying theatre out there because it has the slightly different ride system that kind of takes you out and up. Meanwhile, those ones, they just kind of go out to the screen. But they still move around quite a lot. The scents are good and all that. But yeah, the shop is absolutely dead at the moment, and Louise has found the discount pile. Let's see what they got here. Giant mugs. Lewis, what did you think of Voletarium?
Yeah, it was good. At first I did not like it.
Because it kind of like slowly goes forward into this massive drop.
And like, yeah, it just, like the way it looks like you're falling, and I didn't. It was fine. After that, I was like, oh.
I think you'd like Soaring. It's slightly better than this. Anyway, like I say, we're going to have a look at the shop. Then we're going to catch the EP Express towards Spain, and probably get a look at the Runaway Train, Log Flume, maybe some of the other rides. So this is like their main street shop. It sells a variety of things, including branded merch like the Voletarium part, which is by the exit of Voletarium. But you can also get like branded items. I do like the look of this Volatillion bomber jacket. That is, however, 199 euros, but it's real leather and wool around here. That is a nice looking jacket actually. So after a bit of a palaver in the shop, we have bought, or I have bought merch. I've actually bought myself a nice Europa Park t-shirt. Louise wants to go in the fan shop before we go in there.
Wait outside.
No, I'll come in this one because it's got Coca-Cola stuff. But yeah, I got a Europa Park logo t-shirt. It was in the reduced $24.90, reduced to $14.90. I'll show you it later. I'll put a picture in. But not the women's one. The women's one, which was on the sale rack outside, didn't have a they had a sale rack outside and didn't have a sticker on it. So we took it in, and they had to call their higher ups. Like, I don't know what their policy is here, but like they couldn't just manually let it through because it was the same item just for men and women. Anyway, I got one. Louise sadly didn't. Anyway, we're in this shop which is like sponsored by Coca-Cola. So we're done in the Coca-Cola shop wannabe, and we're heading towards the Europa Park Express to go to Spain.
And Holland.
Well, Louise wants Dutch pancakes.
A second ago, they made an announcement that the park is closing at 8:30 now.
Yes.
It's busy.
Due to the crowds, it's shutting at 8:30, so that's an extra half an hour.
They've updated all of their signs outside.
Already. They're really efficient with how they do it. And by the looks of it, we just missed them on around, but they're every like 5 or 6 minutes, so we'll have a sit down on the top, and we're going to be going right to the back of the park now. Lewis hasn't even been to Spain yet.
Well, I mean, I sort of done it when I'd done a tour on the monorail earlier on my own.
Well, you've got a log flume back there. There's the Alpen Express, which is a Mack powered coaster, and there are some other rides down there.
We need to go here as well.
Right, so we've now transported ourselves into the land of Spain. We're going on the Super Splash, which I'm worried is going to get quite wet on, but we'll deal with it because it's a coaster credit. Obviously, the only other coaster credit I'll need then will be the Alpen Express in Ireland, so hopefully we can get that tonight. Right, so we're getting ponchoed up, and Louise is going to have to buy a poncho in a minute, or I'm going to have to buy her a poncho, because we're going on Super Splash, and I don't know how wet I'm going to get, but I don't really want to get wet. You get another one.
Why are they always like when they get stuck here?
Breaks down.
Oh, it would be not happy with that. Oh. Don't you dare. I can't enjoy myself.
Yeah, you can.
And then we just go up here. Okay, go another way. Are we going backwards? I did not know this. I did not know this. Okay.
Oh dear. I'm getting tidal wave vibes here.
Look at that view though.
Okay, the bag I kind of lost the bag.
It all went up my...
So when you get to the top, it spins, and depending on how busy the park is, if it does a full 360-degree spin, it basically means they've got no queue. But when it's busy, it just does a quarter turn, then goes backwards down the drop. First dip. Yeah, depending on how busy the park is.
Oh, okay.
And then you go down the big drop, and it looks like a super soaker. Barely got sprayed. To be honest, I'm not being funny. I'm quite glad I had the poncho because it saved me from getting soaked. But I guarantee we're going to get wetter on this log flume.
You can see the POV.
Yeah, that'll be on there. We're going to be doing a POV. Lewis is now with the GoPro.
Got my baby back.
My chest rig, he's got his GoPro.
I got the expensive Magic.
I've only got the 6! Anyway, yeah, we're going around here. So the log flume and runaway train all interact with one another in this giant gold mine. Do you remember the mine?
No.
Okay, so you go inside. She doesn't remember. Well, she's going to be in for a surprise. The sun's slowly starting to go down. The time currently is only 10 to 5, so there's still a good 3 hours of fun. So anyway, we're going to get in the queue for the log flume, of which I don't know the name, but it is a Mack Rides log flume.
Oh yeah, it's just not going online anymore.
So we've just come off of the water log flume ride. I can't remember the name of it. Do you know what? That was actually a really good log flume. You didn't get too wet on it. What did you think of it?
It was very good.
It was very good. 2-drop special on that one with the cave. As you saw in the POV, Lewis had to raise the camera up a bit because it had.
I was just holding it like this, and it's really hurting my arms because I'm forced against the elastic.
Anyway, we've decided against going on the Alpen Express now because it's got a 40-minute queue, and we'll do that. We'll do that first thing tomorrow. The plan tomorrow is going to be coming to the park and head towards the back.
Sculptures for Halloween.
So we're going to be heading over to Snorri, but there is the rafting ride over there, which is like a jungle cruise, which we'll go on. Anyway, here they've got some sand statues.
Yeah.
Got a sand sculpture of Etta, and then over there they've got Ed. Right, so this is the ride we're going to go on. It's not really a long queue. There's a little black and white duck trying to get some water. Just wants to drink.
Everyone's annoying.
just come off the Jungle Cruise, as I found out it was called. Not a bad little ride. One of the Jungle Raft, sorry, Jungle Cruise is Disney TM.
Gonna get posters.
Goodness. Right, anyway, we're gonna go and get some Dutch pancakes now from the store in Holland, and then we're gonna be going up to Snorri Touring to get a 4K POV. Hopefully a YouTube exclusive 4K 60 FPS.
Maybe.
Well, let's see if anyone else has filmed it on a GoPro Hero 8. If you're impressed by this park's lighting this time of year, you need to come here at Christmas. It is whimsically magic when it's Christmas.
Like, think of Winter Wonderland on drugs. That's what I would.
Well, I'd probably say more along the lines of Winter Wonderland, but permanent, rather than a travelling fair. See, like, even rides like this get proper lighting, obviously because the park is open late normally. Yeah, we got the Holland area, and we're gonna get some pancakes. The queue doesn't look too bad. Louise has a tasty treat.
But I didn't get a fork, I've only got a spoon, so hopefully it'll pierce through.
Right, so we're going over to Snorri Touring now, if it's open. But Lewis and me want to get a bubble waffle. Yeah. And then when we've done that, and we're going to head back over to this, which is the teacups, but there's something shrouding it, so we want to know what.
I hope it's like a rave. I want it to be full of smoke, lasers, lights.
That will be epic, like that will be truly epic. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure they've done it before. So sadly, Snorri isn't open at the moment. It is soft opening at the moment, so like I say, it's not necessarily going to be open. I'm hoping it is, so we can get a POV. Oh, I spoke with one of the operators at the entrance. They said it will be opening again tonight, assuming it's not a major issue. It's just like an emergency stop or something like that, probably.
Could be. Probably there's so many. Well, actually, we saw it last time. There's a screen just for like the projectors almost.
Yeah, you'll see if we get a POV.
There are so many different projections and videos. One thing could go wrong.
Yeah.
There's so
and the thing you've got to remember is it is soft opening. So when a ride soft opens, it is subject to close at any point.
There is actually a sign by the door saying
it's not going to
probably will get a disruption. It's going to happen.
Yeah, because the effects aren't meant to open.
Oh yes. In your spelling as well.
Lewis! The chicken! Right, so we're going on, not the teacups, this is the coffee cups, because we're in Holland and they like coffee. If it was in the England area, it would be the teacups. But as you can see, they've put boarding up, which they do every year, and turn this into a rave.
There's actually only one cup inside, the rest is a queue line.
Yeah.
No.
Were just the teacups with disco lights and dry ice machines or smoke machines.
I think.
And Lewis was spinning the teacups.
Oh my god, you should get that for Disneyland, Luke.
Captain J. Right, we're in the queue for Alpen Express now. Snorri was not open.
How sad.
How sad, we'll probably have to do it tomorrow. Anyway, Alpen Express is a Mack powered ride. You like this one, don't you?
Yeah, I've been on it once.
Lewis is front rowing it. There are kids waiting to go in the front row, but Lewis is like, no.
Yeah, with the camera.
Getting that high quality content.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you when we get off the ride. So, we have come off our night ride on the Alpen Express and we're heading towards Ireland, where the last poster credit in this park remains for me. Obviously, Lewis, you still need to get on Bobsled, Silver Star, which we'll hopefully get you on tomorrow. And
hope for that, yeah.
We'll try regardless. And I think that's it. I think you've done every other credit. So we're just going to get this one in the Bar Express. As you can see, it is proper dark now. You probably can't see a lot, to be honest. It's not the lightest.
It's proper dark.
It's coming up to 7 o'clock. So Louise wants to get a few dark rides done in the dark. Alright, so we've been lucky today. The rain has stayed away, but it has just stopped. started spitting a little bit. Louise has got her coat on. Typically, I left my coat back in the hotel. I got a poncho though, as you saw earlier, so I might have to put that. Might have to pop that on. It isn't going to stop me getting on the Alpen Express though. We're going to get some really strange looks, but I need to get I think I need to get a t-shirt printed that says "A cred's a cred" or "Do it for the cred." We're coming past Phoenix now. The rain is starting to come down. Here is Ireland, as it's spelled in German, just Ireland, without the E. And we're going over. Right, so we've got the umbrella out, the trusty Mickey Mouse. We haven't been here, have we, Lou?
Nope.
I feel that if I vlog again tomorrow, I should show this place in the daylight. We're only in this land for two reasons, really. There is the Europa Express, which is a kiddie coaster. I need the credit. And there is a Lindell Shop in here, which used to be a Milka shop.
There's another one.
Yeah, it's over.
Two.
Yeah, they've got two because one used to be Milka. In fact, it's right over there. You know, we're looking for the Bar Express, which I don't have a clue where it is.
It's dark. Oh, it's there.
It's quite dark. Oh, it's here. No, it's over there. We need to get the credit. So we've got a Guinness shop and a Lindell Shop.
Oh,
and here it is, the Bar Express. It's so terrifying. And that's it. I feel that this will be amazing on a night ride. So this is credit 139 for me, if I'm not mistaken. Louise, you must be excited for this.
Yeah.
This is,
Can you see it in my face right now?
yeah, it just does a simple circuit, but it is a credit nonetheless.
In the rain in Ireland.
Yeah, and in the dark. Night ride. We're doing a night ride.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's more simple than I thought.
We've just come off of the Bar Express and
Just so pumped.
it was a junior coaster. Like I say, it's just a circle, but it's a coaster, it's a credit. I need it. You know, it adds my numbers up.
That's as far as it goes.
That's credit 139 now, so we're going into the Lindell Shop that's in Ireland, and because when I think of Ireland, I think of Lindell chocolate. So we've just come into the Lindell Shop and I bought a
Why
chocolate
didn't you
bar.
get this one, huh?
Yeah, I should have got that
Yeah.
one. That is it's literally the same thing, but it comes with a Europa Park shell on it. Pralines and Atlanticus theme stuff. It's basically what Alton Towers do and Blackpool Pleasure Beach do with Cadbury's.
Better.
So here's the dancing dinghy, which is it's themed to the Titanic. So it's one of the lifeboats from the Titanic, literally, no joke. Well, that's the theme of it, and it's got a really catchy theme tune. That ride may not seem like a lot, but it's got an I'm a Score soundtrack. I need an I'm a Score t-shirt, I think. I'm a fan. Okay. One thing I've not really mentioned much today, there are a lot of pumpkins around. In fact, yeah, I caught it on camera earlier when he tripped over one.
No. Louise
Yep.
filmed the pumpkins when everyone was in the toilet.
There
and I
we
even
go.
said, I bet he won't even mention the pumpkins. So.
I overlooked them. This place literally is holding the world record for the most pumpkins in a theme park.
And I thought Fulton's Park had a lot, but
They did, but the thing is, like,
they haven't got the space.
I was just about to say, but these are like ginormous pumpkins. Some of them are huge, like them ones.
Butternut squashes,
Oh, and
munchkins,
there's some really spooky looking ones.
wart ones.
They don't care if they're misshapen. So we're now in the Italy area of the theme park, which we haven't been to before, and we're going over to this. What's this? How are we going to pronounce this? This is Geisterschloss.
In other words, Mama made a pizza. Let's go.
The haunted house. Right, so this is part walkthrough and then it's an omni mover from what I could tell. But it looks like it's going to be a traditional German ghost train. Well, these are hot words.
Herzlich willkommen, meine Freunde.
Vibrating floor. too scared, Lou.
Die Herren Medici, man wünscht einen guten Appetit. Ah, sehr witzig.
Apropos, gestern hin.
So, not only was that ride very heavily inspired by Disneyland's Haunted Mansion ride, or Phantom Manor, it did have some original scenes in it which I kind of liked, but Louise, oh, she's found a skeleton bunny. One other thing you won't realise about it, Louise, is it has the same ride system that Wicked Witch's Haunt had.
What's that?
Do you remember Wicked Witch's Haunt at Volo Park?
No.
So that was, it burnt down in the late 90s, early 2000s.
That was where, it's where the cinema was.
It's where Detonator was now, but it burnt down in a fire, sadly, and they never rebuilt it. But it had the exact same ride vehicles and a very similar station. I can't really remember because obviously I haven't ridden it in a few years. But overall, Lewis, what do you think of that one? It was weird. You've not been on. Have you been?
Young kids, it was quite scary.
Have you been on the Haunted Mansion or Phantom Manor?
Yeah.
It's very heavily inspired. It had the stretching room, it had the busts, the singing busts, but it did have some original scenes, and I thought it was quite
I thought
good.
that like the knocking on the back of that
that
actually
was-
made me jump.
I did jump once. Someone did jump that way.
Yeah. But that was an original ride, and it kind of really showed. It was cheesy but fun. I enjoyed it. Anyway,
What was first, this or Phantom Manor?
well, Phantom Manor came in '92, but the original Disneyland Haunted Mansion was 1955. So no, it wasn't an opening day attraction. Sorry. I don't know the year it opened. Right, now me and Louise have seen this ride, but we've never been on it. It's called the Volo Da Vinci. And it's like a... Oh, is it closed? Oh no, extension queue. This is a pedal ride, but it's a suspended pedal ride. The faster you pedal, the faster you go. So if you don't pedal, you get a longer ride. So we're floating through the air. Right, so we just cruise along if we don't cycle at the slow rate. But if we cycle, everyone cycle, everyone cycle. Oh, it's like Rita. Oh! I don't know. Oh, let's stop. We're going too fast. This is quite a cool idea, really. A little powered cycle one gets people working out. I don't know how well you can see because it's not very lit, but there is a little lever here that I can press to adjust it for children and for adults. So just put it all the way down. So I don't know how much of that you can see. It's really dark. So a pretty cool ride system here, Lou. Is this ride living up to your standards? Because I know you've gone on about this one quite a lot.
I am enjoying it, to be fair.
We're going over to the Swiss Bobsled after this, the Mack Bobsled ride, which is a favourite. It's the original concept ride. Not the most amazing one in the world, but still quite a good ride. And can see down the floor. Oh, we got we haven't been on this yet. The Euro Tower. It's an observation tower. You get some lovely views. I'd like to go on it in the day. Oh, we got smoke and some lighting going off. What's going on the stage?
Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, liebe Kinder, leider kann die angekündigte Show aus technischen Gründen nicht stattfinden. Wir bitten Sie um Verständnis und wünschen Ihnen weiterhin einen angenehmen Aufenthalt im Europa Park.
Right, so we've just come off the Da Vinci ride and just realised the time, it's 8 o'clock. The park is meant to close at 8 o'clock, but it has been given that extra half an hour, so we're going to go on the Swiss Bobsled and then that'll be calling it a night. We are going to have a look at Silver Star on the way past. If the queue isn't too bad, I think we're going to give that a go. I do love the Parisian area at night. It is very well themed and lit. It's very nice. Have a look at that. Superstar is rocking a 40-minute queue, so we're going to do this one tomorrow. We haven't really got the time to do this one, and yeah, I do like this one. It's B&M Hypercoaster. With half an hour to go on park close, I've just looked on the app, and Louise isn't feeling too well. I think she had some Dutch pancakes, and I don't think they've agreed with her too well. Oh look, original Eurosat train. Oh, that is pretty sweet. So that's the original ride car from when it was... Yeah, oh yeah, it's been repainted, but yeah, it's the original one. That's pretty cool. Do they spin? They spin so freely. Oh, and the gimbal moves. Oh, look at that. Anyway, like I was saying, we were going to get one last ride on the Swiss Bobs, but I've looked at the app, and Woden is advertising a 10-minute queue. And Woden, so far, I'm sorry, it's impressed me the most. I was still gobsmacked by that. All I can say is it's either Woden or Bluefire. Bluefire was great. I'll have a look at the Bluefire queue in a minute. But Woden was amazing. Absolutely, my face on that was just like, oh my god. But I feel that we want to do a POV on Woden, but I think we're going to ride it again tomorrow. In the day, yeah.
We've only done it in the night, and it's scary at night because, my god, it goes quick and it's dark. Right, anyway, we will briskly walk over to the other end of the park and update you when we get there. Right, we have a sad update, literally. We got very close to Bluefire, I updated the app. The queues have jumped from 10 minutes to half an hour. And the thing is, we've been here for 2 days now, and they haven't really lied about the queue lengths. Luke is too nice to leave Louise on the road. No, I wouldn't leave it. Like we said, we'd be gone for 10 minutes plus the walk, so... Just taking the mick a little bit. Yeah, but... I think that's them basically saying the park's shutting soon. So we've decided we're going to just go back to the Swiss Bob, which does have a 5-minute queue. The very original plan that we had at the beginning. Yeah, and I wish we just kind of took that, because now we've got to walk all the way along the park again to get back to the entrance where that is. So we're in the queue for the Swiss Bob now. This is, like I say, the original prototype of the Mack Bobsled. When me and Louise came here last year, we queued from here for it, and had to zigzag for all this. It was about a half-hour, 40-minute queue, and straight after, the queue just disappeared. So it says it's a 10-minute queue, but it looks pretty walk-on at the moment. Maybe it's in the gate, so not long at all. I think we're going to take our own bobs, so no offence to Lewis, but I don't want you between my legs. And Lewis will film a POV, and we'll see you on the ride. So we just come off of the Swiss Bob, or the Swiss Bobbin. What did you think of that? That's your first Mack bobsled, isn't it? It is, yeah, it was good. It is a good ride. It's definitely not a sort of makeshift feeling as the one we went on in, where did we go? In Holland. Oh yeah, yeah. It's gone now, isn't it? Yeah, Bob's been taken out. It's that was an intimate one. Anyway, we're going to head back to Louise, and the park now is closed, so we'll be ending the vlog very soon. But yeah, that ride
It's alright, but it was the prototype, so there's not much to it.
Yeah.
Like I said to Lewis, you want to go on the one at Blackpool, it's much faster.
It's just sort of showing this is what we can do.
Yes. Yeah, so that one, like, it has a few drops, it has a few turns. It's still a good coaster, but the one at Blackpool is much faster. So we're re-entering Germany, which is the entrance to the park, and is where we will say goodbye. Right guys, so we are at the park entrance now where it all began. Great day, really enjoyed it. We are here again tomorrow.
12-hour day.
I think the weather isn't going to be as good tomorrow, so this may be the only vlog from this park. If it is, it's because it's rained all day tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to leave the vlog there, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, by all means leave a like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.